Alright, we are setting out from Gadgekstan, and we are headed down to the south to the Dune Mall compound. We could do that first. You know what? Let me take that back. Immediately, let me immediately take back the very first thing I said. We're gonna head over to the pool first. At Sand Sorrow Watch, because that is a little bit closer. And after that, we'll head south down to the Dune Mall compound. Now, I'm assuming that I am going to be using an item of some sort. Let's take a closer look here. Use the untapped dowsing widget. I need to go through my inventory and see if I have any old quest items that I can toss on the ground. And yeah, I obviously have not been doing a great job recently of keeping my inventory in check. Maybe this is not going to be an item in our inventory. Maybe... Oh, no, no, nope, it is. It's just really hard to find when our inventory is this cluttered. Alright, let's head towards the water. Oh, hi. Let's get sweeping strikes going. Battle shout up. Toss some wrens out. And then hope for the best. We are gonna have to pop a potion here. Maybe this will get us into some of the other Silithid quests. We've seen quite a few areas in Tanarus that are kind of infested with Silithid creep. So maybe this will lead us into more of that. I don't know if we're that lucky or not. But we did get our quest completed there, so let's mount up. We can get out of here. We can head down to the south. And take on the Dune Mall compound, looking for brutes, enforcers, and Gormarock the Ravager. So 20, and then the one named guy who's probably going to be inside of the burrow. So we'll just kind of head directly for that. We can find enforcers and brutes in other areas, but I'm assuming that the named guy is going to be in the compound itself. Oh, yeah, great. Figures. Had some really bad luck with getting dismounted recently. Or maybe I've had really good luck before now, I don't know. Getting dismounted a lot. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna work my way in as far as I can towards the actual cave entrance here. We'll fight if we have to, but I'd rather try to get the name guy and then fight the other guys afterwards. And it looks like we'll be able to get quite close. This'll tell us whether or not he's even in here. I don't want to fight my way through everything here, only to find out that he's not even here, so... Let's start with the mage. Even though we don't need him, let's just get him out of our path here. We have a bunch of guys we have to clear from around the entrance, and I don't want this one getting in our way. If we have to retreat, or if he paths, or anything weird. And we're going to throw up a hamstring to test out whether or not these guys are going to run. Doesn't look like they're prone to running, and they're going to drop Mage Weave, which is huge for us. We have been out of Mage Weave for a little bit. Pretty huge. Let's start over here with the one on the far right, and we'll work our way in. Sometimes when we don't get the stun off on our charge, we kind of pass through the enemy, and it puts us in a position that I didn't anticipate ending up in. Sometimes we get a lot closer to other mobs than I had planned. That was one of those times. I thought for sure once we phased through them we were going to pull this second brute, but it didn't happen, thankfully. I'm just wondering if that's consistent and intended, that if we don't get the stun, we're going to pass through them and then turn around. Because that's usually what's been happening. Okay, here's Gormarock the Ravager. Do I need to clear anybody else out? I would say that we probably want to clear at least this guy out. And then we could pull Gormarock out here. Fight him right in front of his house. Leave him for dead. While all of his people watch on from about 15 yards away. Reluctant or helpless to do anything. Now he's not an elite or anything. I'm gonna let our natural regen kind of take over here for a minute. Like I said, we don't have a lot of bandages, we don't have a lot of food. So, I'm going to try to be conservative here. What other food do we have? You'd think in all of this garbage that I have in my bags we'd have some different types of food in here, but I don't think that we do. Nothing edible, at least. We'll just fight him in here. For a minute I thought this would be a bigger cave system, but it just ends right here. And there we go. Now we can focus on just getting down the rest of the brutes and enforcers that we need, which are pretty much all of them, but that's fine. There are a lot in this area. We should be able to plow through them pretty expediently here. Starting at the outskirts of the camp. Looked for a Zul'Farrak group a little bit earlier, but didn't get any interest, and there's really nobody... well, there's somebody in the queue now, but... I often forget to use the looking for group tool at all, but that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday. So Wednesday is part of a holiday week, but I'm pretty sure that most people would still have school and work today. Or at least many people would. I don't know about most. Probably most. Alright, we don't need the warlocks, so I'm gonna try to avoid those if we can. Let's kind of bring ourselves in a bit here. If I go on either of these two, I feel like we're definitely gonna get both of them, and I don't really want that, so let's avoid. Well, same thing over here. They've got these guys really close together. I wonder if the trick to getting these guys on their own is maybe visiting one of the other camps. Or, hey, body pulling them when they path away. That's a strategy too. It's not the most recommended strategy, but it appears to work. Just ignorantly body pull them as they path. We got really lucky there that he didn't just call out for his buddy. Or that they weren't linked together in some way. Well, at least we are getting a bit of mage weave cloth. That's good. We can make some more bandages, so we're not as desperate as we would have otherwise been. Let's go ahead and crank these out. I feel like if these stay green, we're going to get 300 before we ever get rune cloth. Which I would be fine with, I guess. I feel like with these enforcers, it's worth it to throw down a thunderclap and kind of slow their attack speed down a bit since they are swinging with two weapons. We tend to take a lot of damage against guys that swing with two weapons, so I'm hoping it helps a little bit. Guess I really need to check how much more ammo I have. Oh good, 24 shots left. I guess I should fix that before the next time I go into a dungeon. I think the general goods vendor has ammo, don't they? We don't even need the best ammo, we just need ammo that's gonna hit, basically. I'll tell you what, these guys would be good to farm if you need to farm up some Mage Weave cloth. Come here, because on average they're dropping like 2 to 3 apiece. Not every kill, but pretty darn consistently. Well, we've been invited to a group. What have we been... looking for a group Addon. That's interesting. I don't remember putting myself in the queue for Addon. What level are you? You are level 47. Weird. Let's just go with it. Oh, maybe we're not in a dungeon queue. Maybe they just were in a dungeon queue. Let's see. How many more do we need? Yeah, we'll just go with it. Kinda wanted to handle this myself, but I won't turn down a friendly invite. Yeah, I guess these regular old ogres we don't need, huh? Pull a bunch and I'll heal you, but yeah, but what's the point of that though? What's the point of pulling a bunch? I don't have the DPS to kill a bunch. I don't really want to pull a bunch. I'm gonna be satisfied with pulling 2, and we'll see how that goes. I don't have the AoE to deal with a bunch. Nor do I really have confidence in random people to heal me. But that's another thing entirely. I don't think pulling a bunch is absolutely required. Yeah, see, I can't even hold the bunch, so there's that. Nor do I really want to go into tank mode just to deal with this. Like, the way I feel about random groups is you just kind of do whatever the random group is doing. I don't think anything requires, like, specific directions or strategies. Like, you know, maybe if I was a mage, some other class that had a bunch of AoE, we could pull a bunch, but doesn't seem fruitful to me. We could pull like a couple of these guys. Like, I'm fine with pulling 2 at a time. It's just, we don't have the damage to deal with it, so. I don't think we're killing 2 at a time any faster than we would be killing 2 individually. If we are, it's probably by seconds. Let's get the named guy while he's here so that another person or group doesn't just come by and take him out. I do want... well, we gotta heal, so bandage wasted. Noted. That's 3 Rens in a row missed. There we go, the 4th one finally got it. And then, like, here, we could pull both these guys, but nobody needs the ogre, so... I'd rather just not pull them both. Alright, that is that. Alright, let's go get these turned in and see what comes of it. I'm kind of hoping that the thing we did with the water survey will lead us into some quests with the Silithid and the burrows that we have found here in Tannerus, but we'll see. Now that that guy was in a group for Maraudon, it makes me want to look up the level ranges for Maraudon and kind of study the different wings, because I know there are a few different entrances to Maraudon, and I don't know which entrance comes first, second, or third. So that is something that I will have to look into if I want to do that dungeon at all, which I think that we do. But yeah, I know it not at all. It was a dungeon that even back in the vanilla, I probably only ran a handful of times. And it would have been with a friend of mine who knew the dungeon well enough that basically I didn't have to learn it. And I just had to follow him around, so that is not a good way to learn how to do things, so I will at least investigate the different entrances and their level ranges. And we'll kind of go from there. But I am going to do another ZF run. I had contemplated another Uldaman run, but I don't think we need Uldaman anymore for anything. I don't even really think that there's any great gear for us left in there that we didn't already get. Mainly everyone seems to go in there for the Rock Pounder, which we got like right away. We also got these plate gloves out of there. Probably a couple other things too that I'm just not remembering. I'd love to get a chest upgrade and an upgrade for our legs. Our chest piece is like one of our weakest pieces. Level 34. Well, we're back in town and I'm not seeing any turn-ins pop up, which, okay, one of them is over here. One of them. Leather shoulders or cloth gloves. Well,
bye for now.
Bye for now. Water survey. This does go to someone here, somewhere in Kazakhstan. Let's give a closer look at our map. It had been from a guy up on a hill. Okay, here we go. There he is. Just kind of blending in with all the other colors that are on the map. What's this? You were ambushed by some sort of bad mojo creepy crawly? Oh, this does not bode well for the Kazakhstan Water Company. No indeed. I guess I should have told you about the reports coming in on some crazy bug creatures that appeared to be sucking up all the water in the desert. At first, I thought it was just a croc. We have enough trouble with the nomads as is. I thought it was just more of their shenanigans. Well, now we know at least. Noxious Lair investigation. Alright, these reports about bugs, what we know is that they are draining the water pools that used to be where the Noxious Lair is. What we don't know is, well, everything else. Let's figure out who our enemy is first. I want you to head into the Noxious Lair and get some parts off those critters. Get 5 from the Centipar there and bring them to Alchemist Pestilzug for him to dink with. For him to dink with? Don't we all want some bug parts to dink with every once in a while? Don't we need a good dink? Get our dink on? Just dink off a little bit? Sometimes I don't understand. Let's see. With him on the case, we'll figure out. Yeah, I'm sure when he dinks with stuff, he'll just come to some conclusions in no time and they'll be super scientific. Alright, the Noxious Lair. Noxious Lair, where were you? The Gaping Chasm, and the Noxious Lair. Okay, we're headed down to the southwest. Let's go. We could probably stand to do some things, like, you know, empty my entire inventory. I'm gonna hold off because it's gonna be such an arduous task that I'm gonna do it after recording, and I'm not gonna make you guys watch me try to sort through this inventory and get some kind of order back to it. But that is coming soon. Don't need this stuff on my bar anymore. Okay, there we go. Someone that I have to speak to in Ironforge. This might be a quest in Ajara? Southern Peninsula of Ajara. Yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to be doing that. Huh. Oop, we need to turn this way. We have entered the Noxious Lair. Alright. Again here, don't really want to fight two guys at once. We're going to try to avoid that. Let's work our way in from the perimeter and try not to get enveloped by the enemy. Don't want to get enveloped by a swarm. It's usually a bad idea. That being said, I've always thought these guys are some of the coolest looking creature models in WoW Classic. I mean, they're freaky and they're creepy, and they kind of unnerve me a little bit, but that's good. That means that the design of them is good. Kind of feel like the ones that are on the ground are going to be a bit tankier than the ones that fly. Oh, and they put a poison on us that completely stops our ability to bandage. That is amazing. Okay then. So wait for the poison to wear off and then bandage. Got it. Because yeah, we didn't buy any food, so that's going to be a non-option for us here. And apparently, on top of their beefiness and their annoying poison, the drop rate is going to be bad. At least it's a beautiful blue sky day here in the deserts of Tannerus. Alright, we still have this poison on us. I'd love to be able to bandage. I'm going to have to wait this out. Which makes me think maybe we just take on another guy. That being said, they are kind of hitting hard. Well, we're not going to charge in there when we got 2 flyers and a grounder. Let's rethink this and we'll swing a little bit wide here. Alright, maybe we just take a shot here. And pull this one out. That'll open up the other 2 so we can charge them on their own. Yeah, this guy is a little freakier than the flying ones, isn't he? Ah, and he moves fast. Oh, shit, what are these? Oh, guys, are we about to get murdered by this? Okay, that seems to take them out. Okay, this is very, very not good. Not good at all. Lots of thunderclapping. Took care of it. Oh, look, we got our first part, too. It's amazing. No poison this time. We can safely bandage. So the swarmers don't poison, but they swarm. So we have to pick which annoying thing we have to deal with. Do we want to be poisoned after every combat? Or do we want to get jumped by a bunch of tiny swarmers that we then have to spend our rage thunderclapping away? Which will it be? I mean, I honestly feel like I'd rather deal with the swarmers. This poison is a 40-second poison. It feels like it never goes away, and if we go from combat to combat on the flyers, then it's like it's up all the time. What if I charge this little guy? What does that get me? Just gets me in trouble with the big guy. We're gonna come over here a bit. I'm gonna keep nameplates turned on for this so I know when we have a million little guys hitting us. Okay, these guys are dropping the parts a lot more consistently. I don't know if that's just coincidence. It's happened twice now. We've killed one of the swarmers and we've gotten parts. And we've killed a bunch of the other guys and we haven't gotten any parts. So, we could test this theory a little bit. If we want to be so bold as to work our way in here some, which could be deadly, but we're going to give it a shot. Yeah, see, when we miss that stun, we phase right through the enemy. Alright, definitely no good. No good, no good. Let's go ahead and pop a potion, and we'll just have to pray that this is enough to keep us alive. I don't like all the crazy-ass activity that's happening. Why are these guys heading towards me? I don't understand what I did wrong. What in the actual hell? Yeah, see, these guys did something. What did you guys do to drop these on me? Yeah, I don't appreciate it, that's for sure. Whether it's an accident or something that was intentional, I really, really, really don't appreciate it. Yeah, fun. Because as soon as they clear these guys, everything's going to drop back on me unless I'm out of here. I need to get away from these people. Yeah, you guys can just go your own way, please. Don't pull your chain of mobs through me or anywhere near me. That is just rude. It's like, hey, a warrior, maybe he'll intimidating shout. It's like, yeah, I clearly had guys beelining it towards me that I didn't interact with at all. Alright, we're okay though. It's kind of it's just one of my pet peeves. You know, I'm gonna fly off the handle probably every time somebody runs a chain of enemies at me. I'm gonna lose it because I don't appreciate that kind of behavior. Whether it's on purpose or not, I appreciate it the exact same amount. Which is, if you have a chain of enemies chasing you, look around. Please don't pull that shit towards a player. Unless they're opposite faction, I guess, and then, you know, all's fair in World of Warcraft. You didn't drop anything. I feel like there were guys over here that we didn't get to loot because I had to run for my fucking life. So maybe we try to make our way this way and see if we can find them. I honestly don't really recall where we were at. Yeah, we were deep in there. Right past the two poisoners. Great. Oh, these guys move around too much for me to be comfortable. It's really, really uncomfortable when they start pathing around. Let's come up here a little bit. Okay, great. Let's come up here a little bit and just, you know, body pull the one behind us. That's what we need to do. Perfect. Good job, Robert. Good job. There's the poison. Can we get a double poison? Can I just maybe get one more hit on this guy so before I die I can kill one of them? That'd be cool. Can we do that? One more hit? Any hit? The bleed? Maybe? Anything? Great. Yeah, I tried to live. I did everything I could. Everything's broke now, so there's that. What to do here? What to do here? Well, I guess what I'm going to do here is really the only thing I can do here is I'm going to bite the bullet, I'm going to spirit res, I'm going to pay the incredible amount of gold to repair all of our gear, and then I'm going to chill out for 10 minutes. And then we'll head back down there. By then, everything we killed will be gone. We won't be able to loot anything that we just killed, which, you know, that's kind of one of the prices you pay for being stupid like me and not repairing your gear before you head out of town. Alright, we are back. We have a few seconds to wait out on our res sickness here. Bags have been emptied out, so those are looking good again. 88 gold in the bank. Let's see if we can get these last few items. I'm going to try to focus on the swarmers here. And see if that's a strategy that can lead us to victory. It's pretty clear that I can't count on anything here to stay in its spot for very long. Did a little bit of research on Addon, and yeah, it seems like the highest level boss in there, I believe, is a level 51 elite. So we could do that anytime, which I didn't really know. I'd probably like to do it at level 49 as a tank, just to make sure that I'm hitting everything that I should be hitting, and we're not getting a bunch of resistances or misses. That would be my wish. I feel like our gear is pretty sufficient for the task, but I think I'm going to get one more Zul'Farrak run in and get that recorded for you guys. And then I'm going to start playing around in Addon. And from what I have researched, there's an orange side and a purple side, but it looks like once you're in the instance, you can get to either side from within the instance. The color at the beginning just determines where you start. I guess you would probably go purple first, from what I'm looking at on Wowhead. And so that is kind of what I'll do. It seems like when groups do this now, they probably clear the whole thing. I feel like I remember back in the day you would do one side or the other. But maybe that was a time thing. Maybe it was a time thing because maybe what I don't know is that Addon takes 2 hours to clear if you do both sides. I really have no idea, but I want to find out. If it's something where it's a 2-hour dungeon, I mean, I guess I'll just leave it up as a single video. Part of me says split it because it's like really, really long. But then again, it's one run, do a full clear. And maybe it ends up being a 2-hour video. I guess that'd be okay. That's a good question. Like, for you guys who have done some of the endgame dungeons and even some of the raids, what's the longest you've spent in a dungeon trying to complete it? And I don't really mean like the longest you've spent with a fail group that's wiping over and over and over and over and over again. What's the longest dungeon that you've done where it's been a pretty smooth run? Maybe a couple of wipes here and there. How long was the dungeon and which dungeon was it? I kind of want to start to get an idea for how long some of the later game dungeons are. Sunken Temple, Blackrock Depths. I really want to start to get an idea of what exactly I'm going to come up against soon. And I feel like Maraudon is kind of the first step into that longer dungeon format, where if you want to do it all, it takes a while. Oh, the poison's gonna tick. No! There it goes. I didn't get food. I did everything but get food. We do have 4 truffles, though. We can definitely chow down on those if we get really desperate, which we are basically really desperate right now. Already we're desperate, so we'll definitely be eating the mushrooms. Truffles. Yeah. Sure. You know, why not? Why not? Lord knows we could use the help. We've been grouping up with a lot of priests. This will allow us to be a little bit more reckless. Obviously, we're not going to be looting all the drops. We have to share the drops, but it's probably worth it just for the safety it provides. Since, you know, we just got crushed back here on our own, like completely crushed. And yeah, that's all we need. I'm fine to stick around and help this person for a little bit. I just started 4. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna help them out for a little bit. I don't know if I will record this or cut this out. But I do want to help them out here. And it'll be faster for them now that we have all of ours. Are you running? You're running? You're running away? Are you kidding me? I never thought that they would run. Apparently the workers, guys, will run away and try to get help. Alright, we did help our priest friendo get the rest of his items, and now we can turn this in.
Ah, potential customer.
Good work, I'll start my analysis on these now. I can tell you right from the start though, these are nothing like any insect form I have ever seen. It's almost as if these bugs are being controlled by an outside force or something. You need to go talk to Fizzledowser right away. Apparently there is an emergency that he needs your help with on the double.
Have a good one.
Alright, the plot thickens. What is this emergency? It's probably to go to the other Silithid lair. The Gaping Maw, or whatever it's called. The Scrimshank Redemption. Oh, this is sure to be good. Oh, this is just terrible. I sent out my top assistant, Junior Surveyor Scrimshank, into the desert southeast of here. That's an area we call the Gaping Chasm. Well, he's gone missing, and his last report had more of those weird bugs where he was. Could it be that they've infested 2 major regions of the desert now? I need you to head into the Gaping Chasm and look for Scrimshank. That, or at least find his surveying equipment. At least bring his stuff back. It's expensive. We don't care about his corpse. Let the sands take it. That is going to be down to the southeast. So yeah, we're going to take a break. And hey, we know what we'll be doing next time we jump into some quest. However, before that, I am going to try to get a Zul'Farrak run in. Maybe between the Zul'Farrak run, the quest that we have in Zul'Farrak, and then this last quest here with the Silithids. Maybe that'll get us to level 49. If it does, I am going to be doing Maraudon then. Just to get my feet wet, might as well jump into it as soon as we're 49 and just see how things go. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, I really do appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for the continued support on the series. It does mean the world to me. So take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And we will see you back in Azeroth sometime soon. Bye now.